Alright folks, how you doing? It's me, Waifu Belector, and I've got what should be somewhat of a shorter video here. And oddly enough, it's about Redfall. I thought we were done with this thing, but we're not. And if we're listening to what Bethesda has to say, then we won't be done with it for a long time. So let's just go ahead and dive into what's going on. Okay, so Bethesda's head of publishing, Pete Hines, big man, sat down and spoke with GamesIndustry.biz about Redfall and insisted that both Bethesda and Arcane will not abandon Redfall, and that they'll make it a game that people want to play for years to come, the next decade even. Now what he said, more specifically alongside promises of making the game good, was that Redfall will be on Game Pass, and Game Pass is forever. So 10 years from now, people will subscribe to Game Pass and Redfall will be there. Now when you take those points together, both the we're gonna fix it part and the you'll still have it in 10 years, that also implies that we'll still want to play it in 10 years, which, like, what? I just don't see it happening. But Pete Hines also noted other Bethesda games that stumbled out of the gate, like The Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76. However, both of those games were MMOs with the intention of sustained longevity and change, not to mention them being established franchises. So we're kind of comparing apples to blood oranges here with Redfall. My point being, Redfall is an awful flop of a game from a new IP from a development studio that's never been all that successful. So the odds of this game pulling off an Elder Scrolls Online or a No Man's Sky style comeback are below zero. And come on, Pete fucking knows that, but he's just saying what he's supposed to say. And obviously, I don't think this game will make any type of comeback, but do I think they'll make good on their promise to make the game good? Well, no. But I do think they'll do something to it, mainly getting the 60 FPS mode out. That'll probably be their quote-unquote heavy hitter update, late as it may be. But other than that, maybe some kind of free update that adds a small area to the map or something, or they possibly already had a new character in the works before the game ever launched, so they'll just go ahead and throw that character out there and then it'll be done and they'll never touch it again, you know, something like that. Except for maybe when they introduce a mode that lets you play the game offline and also simultaneously shut down the servers. Because somewhere within those 10 years Pete was talking about, these servers are definitely coming down, but if I had to guess, I'd give it about 2 years. My point is, Redfall is a failure and will remain so despite what Bethesda is saying, and I'm gonna be honest for a sec, I would not be surprised if Bethesda just straight up dissolves Arcane Studios altogether. These guys have proven that they do not produce money makers, and money is always what it comes down to. And I can see Redfall being the last straw, so Arcane might be tasked with bringing it a little closer up to code, and then you're out of here. Or if not being dissolved completely, possibly just made into a Bethesda support studio rather than ever making their own games again. But then who knows, in 10 years, while no one's playing Redfall on Game Pass, maybe Bethesda will throw Arcane a bone and give them a chance to make a new game once again. I don't know, clearly I just went off fully into imaginary land, but what am I here to do if not to speculate? But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I just saw this headline and article a couple of days ago and I thought it was funny, so here I am. You may be wondering, Waifu Belector, what is the point of this video? Well, there really isn't one. Just here chatting, shooting the shit as it were. But yeah, tell me what you guys think if you have any thoughts about this. And if you want to see my Redfall review video, I'll put it up on the screen so you can find out exactly why this game sucks so hard. But until next time, I am Waifu Belector. I am just a normal guy. I like hentai, and I won't be playing Redfall in 10 years. Goodbye.